We're all absolutely loving these very cool, ready-to-fly scale RC helicopters, and for so many reasons. Their performance has been amazing, all by this same brand. But the best thing about these helicopters that we all love is they're coming in at a fraction of the price of these other scale helicopters out there, and we're not really losing much with the price. These things are super affordable. As I said, ready to fly. This one actually comes with 2 flight batteries, and even though this one is about $10 more than the last one on the channel, it does have visual position hold, which is a very nice semi-advanced feature that we're going to talk about in this video while we're flying it. And as it turns out, and some of you pointed this out, the last helicopter on the channel, which was a home run and a half, also had the ability to have visual position hold, but it only costs $5 more. So be sure to check that out after this video, because I love the fact that this one has 4 blades. I love the scale looks to it, as I said, but mainly I'm just excited to see how it performs. So let's put it in the air and have some fun. It's ready. Okay, we are bound and ready to go, and because this one has an auto takeoff button, I do want to use that, and I want to go hands-free completely and show you guys this visual position hold. So there we go. Now, that helicopter is mostly staying in position by itself. It's struggling to fight that light breeze, so I'm going to put it in rate 2, so it has a little more power over the wind. But the reason I've still not pressed anything is because of that little camera on the bottom of the helicopter. That's not a camera that's going to take pictures and videos for you, but it's going to hold the helicopter in place, acting like a GPS. So if you ever panic on this helicopter, let's say we lose orientation, I'm confused, I just let go of my controls, and it completely took over, and it's hovering the helicopter by itself. That's the best feature about it. We're going to get a little drift like it's doing right now, but it's not going to go too far. It locks it in. Then when I push the controls, I take back over flying the thing, and it looks awesome. It's really an awesome safety feature to have built into a helicopter when you're learning how to fly for beginners, to just be able to, when you panic, take your hands off the controls. We'll do it again right here in front of the camera. Boom. See that? It just kind of locks itself in, and you don't have to worry about anything. This is great if you're trying to, let's say you're rotating the helicopter, and when you're learning to fly, we've all talked about this in previous videos, you push away, it goes away, you pull back, it goes back, right goes right, unless there's a strong wind, and left goes left. Okay, but when you're facing you like that, now when you push forward, the helicopter, look at it, it's coming toward us, right? And when you pull back, it flies away. When you push left, the helicopter would go right, it's going very slowly, and when I push right, it goes to its left. These things can get a little bit confusing when you're learning to fly. Now I'm going to go to rate 3 so we can fight this wind. And that's another thing too, wind can scare people too. So even though this helicopter is struggling to fight that light breeze today, if I panic, and let's say I let the wind get the best of me, okay? I'm going to just kind of let it, I want to pretend like the wind is taking it away. I'm going to pull back on the controls, and let's say the wind is doing that, and I'm like, uh-oh, I don't think I can do it. I'm going to let go of the controls, and it is going to take over fighting that wind for me. See, I'm hands-free. So, very easy to fly, and Abby, I know you're not the biggest fan of flying helicopters because they can scare you, right? I kind of think it'd be really cool for you to show everyone how easy this thing is to fly. So I'm going to push auto land. And I just want you, now there's some wind, so you got to be ready for that. But I want you to show everybody how easy this thing is to fly.
Oh, great.
Helicopter 550 November Romeo, we're showing about 2.5 to the northwest. We're inbound for landing, straight in runway.
We just got a helicopter call over the radio. This is really cool because we're doing a helicopter. Right, well, we're going to get there. We're going to move because we don't get helicopters in here very often. They called in like they're supposed to. And, you know, we're flying a helicopter today. So that's really cool. Oh, this is cool. I don't know what this is, but this is cool. Oh, nice. Very cool.
I feel like I'm filming an RC right now.
That's awesome.
Where'd it go? Oh, stupid autofocus went all blurry.
Yeah, they did a nice flyover. Circling around. This must be like a training deal, I imagine. That's really cool. It's cool because helicopters can approach runways like airplanes. He's making all the proper radio calls. He's doing very good. Ah, I love how they sound when they're landing. That's so cool. He's coming in kind of like an airplane.
Where's he landing? Do we need to move our car? I figured that's where he's going. You want me to film it still?
Okay, Abby is at the controls. That was really fun. We got to talk to the pilot and co-pilot. And now Abby is gonna fly. Yeah.
Fly back here?
Wherever. Yeah, you wanna, okay, yeah, because the helicopter's down. That is pretty cool. So already Abby has enough confidence to swivel around and fly with a very cool backdrop. That is the Division of Wildlife helicopter, and my goodness, the paint scheme on it was beautiful. And they are on a turkey scouting mission, basically. That is really neat. They're here to pick someone up that's a specialist in turkey migration and stuff. And yeah, just really, really cool. Abby, what do you think about the helicopter?
I can do it. Anybody can do it.
You're cruising right along.
Very easy. I don't know what rate or anything you have me in.
You're in the highest rate, so you can fight the wind. And I'm struggling, of course, to see the screen, so we won't have me at the controls of the camera very long. But I wanted to get your opinion of this thing too.
Yeah. Super stable, super easy.
You want to try a landing, whether it's manual or automatic?
Sure.
Let's see. See, you're even facing us, so that makes it a little more challenging.
Button.
Good job.
Thanks.
Very good job.
All right, now that we're not blurry anymore.
Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. I have prescription sunglasses, and it makes it very impossible to see that screen.
I can, okay, from this point on, got your glasses on. Let's go.
Here we go. So I did down and out to start the motor, and then throttling up. A person in the last video asked in the comments, do you have to do the auto takeoff? No, you don't. You can start the motor and then fly full, manual controls too. Now this helicopter doesn't go like insanely full manual controls. If you don't like visual position hold, too bad, so sad. You really need to, I needed to throttle up on that bank. You're stuck with visual position hold if you buy it that way. So the other helicopter gave you the option to save $5 if you don't have visual position hold. I don't know if this one does give you that option or not. I hadn't checked that before coming out here to fly, but I can say there's a lot about this helicopter visually that I love, like the yellow tips of the props. That's very nice. It's even on the tail rotor too. I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera. I'll try to get it closer so you can. But then you have the red tail, the red paint on the tail. That helps with orientation big time. So can you see the yellow striping on the tail? Well, yeah, I can see it right there. Just really looks the part, and this is under $100, even with that fancy visual position hold. We have 2 batteries with ours, USB charge cable, different flight speeds, so slow, medium, and high, and then we have the ability to do auto land and auto takeoff. And then everything is just hands-free if you want it to be. And I really think that's the best thing about this helicopter, because a person can get out and enjoy it and not have to worry about crashing it, which is the biggest scare everybody faces with RC helicopters. This one, the risk factor of crashing is extremely low. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but it does have a red tail light and a white headlight. So very nice, hard to see on this bright day, but a very cool scale helicopter that I feel like I have total control over, especially when there's no wind. Awesome. Absolute home run, and this will be linked in the description box below if you guys want to check it out for yourself, see if they maybe have different options. But this brand does have different helicopters on the website, and this and the other recently on the channel are some of their newest, and I hope they continue to make more in this price range and in this size and quality, because the main competition right now is basically Blade, which is for the more advanced pilot that you're wanting to learn some stunt stuff. Then you have a few higher up brands after that, like I think OMP is making some pretty good stuff. There's a few other things too. And then if you go into the nice scale world, they're in the $400 to $700 price range. So I really like this price range, and I hope this brand continues to make more helicopters, maybe military style too, because a lot of times we're seeing civilian style helicopters in this size. I'd love to see like an Apache, a Huey that's $100. Man, that'd be so cool. So check them out, and using that link does help to support our channel and our family at no extra cost to you. Guys, now this helicopter is very worry-free, and the odds of crashing it are slim to none. But I would highly encourage you to fly with AMA Insurance, that's the Academy of Model Aeronautics, because of instances like where we just had a full-scale helicopter coming in. What do you do in that scenario when you're dealing with full-scale stuff with RC? Well, guess what?
Get out of the way.
You always get out of the way. But just in case you didn't know that, which feels like common sense to us, AMA can answer those questions for you, and you fly by those rules and guidelines and respect the airspace, we can have a very enjoyable hobby, very worry-free if you do that. So, oh, that's nice. RJ's being cool. Thank you, RJ. That's very nice of you. Got a couple cold waters. We need it. It's hot out today. As I said, this helicopter is very easy to fly, but as you progress in the hobby, having insurance and representation in the hobby is what we need. And for about the price of this helicopter, to have that insurance for the whole year is a steal, and it's a no-brainer. I highly recommend you check them out, linked in the description box below. It's been a beautiful day. What a blessing we've had to share this experience in front of the camera with you guys, but also that full-scale helicopter coming in and being able to share that too. It's a very rare treat for us and pretty exciting. And how ironically cool that we were just happening to do a helicopter video when that flew in, so that's awesome.
Two planes have flown over just during your outro.
Directly over here too, so busy day to be in the air.
Yeah.
What a beautiful day. And again, we thank God for that. I want to say a massive thanks to, last but certainly not least, to our Patreon supporters, because we couldn't do what we do as often as we do without your insanely awesome support. Please consider signing up for Patreon. We really love and appreciate all that awesome support. He just idled down, so he might be landing.
Okay,
although I didn't hear any radio calls. If you missed the last scale helicopter that we had on the channel, that is definitely worth your time, because it's even a few bucks cheaper than this one and flies really, really well and looks awesome. We'll have that video popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.
Bye!